Hey guys, Wayne Goss has come out with two new weightless veil blush palettes. I cannot wait to show you them. They're so pretty. He's also come out with two new lipstick shades. So we're going to be swatching everything and I'm going to be showing you close-ups of everything. These two palettes are so gorgeous. So let's go ahead and start with those. I'm going to start with the Desert Blossom Weightless Veil Blush Palette. So we have Nectar and Petal. And here's a close-up of the palette and some swatches. I've got Nectar and then Petal swatched. And it's so beautiful. They look very light in the palette, but at least on my skin tone, it shows up really nicely. Let me go ahead and show you the other one before we start swatching on my face. So this other one is called Sweet Wildflower. And here is a close-up of that palette. We've got Dusty Rose and then Honeysuckle. And here are some swatches of those two shades. And I have them also swatched next to Desert Blossom so you can see the difference. Desert Blossom is a little bit cooler in tone and Sweet Wildflower is just a teensy bit warmer in both the blush and the highlight. So the packaging and the weight of the product is all the same as his previous Weightless Veil blush palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Desert Blossom. So this is the one that is just a little bit cooler than the other. And I'm going to start with the blush. I pretty much have most of my makeup on except for blush, highlight, and lipstick. So we're just going to fill it all in with these new products. I'm looking for a brush. I'm going to go ahead and use the Wayne Goss number 8 brush. This is like a pointy face brush here. And I'm going to go into the Nectar shade here. So that's the blush in the Desert Blossom palette. And again, this is the one that's just a hint cooler than the Sweet Wildflower. And I'm just going to brush right onto my cheekbones. So this is what I was talking about. I felt like I got like really great pigmentation, even though it looks so light in the pan. I feel like, I don't know, it gives my skin a lot of warmth and it gives it that really healthy flush and it's just beautiful. And the finish to these blushes are, I would say they're not like a full-on matte, they're more of like a soft matte. They're not quite satin, but they don't have that dry, powdery look of a very matte kind of blush. So it's very pretty. So there is Nectar. I'm gonna go ahead and use Petal, which is the highlight in here. Let me find a highlight brush. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use a Wayne Goss fan brush here. And this highlight is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I've used these products already. So here is that highlight. Isn't that so pretty? It has just a hint of pink in there. So again, it is a little bit on the cool side because of that pink, but it's not terribly icy and frosty the way I think of like a cool toned highlight, but it is a little bit on the cooler side. So I think if you have like pink undertones to your skin, this would be really complimentary. So there is the Desert Blossom blush palette down. So gorgeous. All right, we're gonna use now the Sweet Wildflower on this side, and we're gonna start with Dusty Rose. And this is, again, just a little bit warmer than the Desert Wildflower. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my Wayne Goss number 10 brush. This is like a domed cheek brush. And I'm gonna go into Dusty Rose and just brush that on my cheeks. Isn't that so pretty? Again, I don't feel like I need a lot of product to get quite a bit of payoff there. And because this one has a little bit more warmth than this one, I find this one gives me more of like a flush to my cheeks. So there is Dusty Rose, and then I'm gonna go ahead and apply Honeysuckle, and I'm gonna use this Wayne Goss number 14 brush. This is a really light touch of a brush. And just pick up a bit of this and brush it down. These highlights are so gorgeous. They have that like almost wet, more of like a glossy kind of finish to them. So, so beautiful. And this one definitely doesn't have like a pink tone to it. I would say this one is just a little bit more of like a neutral toned highlight. Really beautiful, like a really kind of champagne toned highlight. So those are the two new Weightless Veil blush palettes. So absolutely gorgeous. Love them. If you have a similar skin tone to me, I think these will work really, really well for you. But let's try out the two new lipsticks now. So the first one is Poppy. And here is a close look at Poppy. And here is a swatch of Poppy. It's like a beautiful, deep kind of terracotta kind of shade, like a burnt red kind of shade. Very, very gorgeous. Let me go ahead and swatch this. So there is Poppy. You know, this is not a color that I generally wear, but I feel like it just brightens up my whole face. You know, you don't need a lot of other makeup if you just want to add a little bit of color, add a little bit of healthy glow to your complexion. I feel like a color like this just kind of brings everything to life. It's so pretty. So that is Poppy. Let me go ahead and remove this and we'll try the other shade, which is called Iris. Okay, so here is Iris, and Iris is just a little bit lighter than Poppy. Here are swatches of them. They're side by side. It may be hard to tell the difference between the two through the lens here, but yeah, Iris is just a hint lighter, and I would say also just a hint cooler as well. So let me go ahead and swatch Iris. So there is Iris, and if you're unfamiliar with Wang Goss lipsticks, like the formula, super creamy, very, very moisturizing. And I think what I appreciate the most about the entire Wang Goss lipstick line is that the colors, they're all just cream colors. There's nothing shifty about them. There's no like glittery particles in any of them. They're not like a soft matte. They're just a really straightforward cream lipstick. And I really appreciate that about these Wang Goss lipsticks. They're just very easy to wear. They're easy to like match with the rest of your makeup look, and so comfortable to wear. So this one is Iris. Well, that is it for these new Wang Goss products. You guys, I just love, love, love these blush palettes. And again, the lipstick formula, but the blush palettes are so beautiful. I love having a blush and a highlight in the same palette, and they're so complementary. They work well together. You guys know how much I loved the first four that he came out with. And now with these two, I think he's really building out this line, and I'm here for it. I really, really love it. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.